What we're calling for is a petition to repeal the First Amendment. Just get rid of it. Blow it up. Get rid of it. Just as a reminder, the First Amendment protects the freedom of speech, the freedom of religion, freedom of assembly, freedom of the press, and oh yeah, freedom of petition. So what we're calling for is to repeal the First Amendment.
I think this is fantastic.
Okay.
I absolutely agree.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Love it.
Thank you.
I'll sign it for you guys, man.
All right, I appreciate it.
I appreciate what you're trying to do.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, they appreciate what he's trying to do. And we are joined right now by filmmaker and political satirist, co-director and star of the documentary You and Me, Horowitz. And welcome, sir. Great to see you.
It's a pleasure to be here. I have to tell you, when I first moved, the great Steve the Man Malzberg, I moved to New York from Los Angeles, this liberal wasteland, and all I had to hold on to was weekends with Steve Malzberg on KABC.
WABC.
WABC.
KABC's LA.
Of course.
Right. Yeah.
So to be here in front of you,
oh, thank you.
Quite an honor.
That's very nice to hear. I appreciate that. Okay, so what made you do this? I mean, I know you're a filmmaker and you do this kind of stuff, but were you shocked? You picked Yale, you went on campus in an hour, you got 50 signatures to ban the First Amendment. What made you go to Yale, and how shocked were you?
So when we had all these free speech, debates going on, which by the way, that in itself is a kind of ridiculous thing to kind of say that we're having these debates at all on our campuses. And then I saw that video, which we had in the video that I had, of that shrieking, hysterical girl yelling at her professor at Yale about, this is not, I think, a place for intellectual debate, she said. And I said to myself, oh my God, what have we come to? Yeah. So I was like, okay, Yale's got to be the place I got to do this thing and take it to the next logical conclusion, which is let's just ban the First Amendment altogether.
Yeah, and were you surprised at the reception that you got? I mean, the people willing to sign, or if not sign, at least say I'm in your corner.
I mean, I'll tell you a little inside baseball.
Yeah.
So I said to myself, if I got 10 signatures in 3 hours,
right,
that'd be enough to say there's something wrong here.
Right.
But in less than an hour,
50.
If I could have been there, if I stayed there, if it wasn't that cold and I wasn't so lazy, and I stayed for 3 or 4 more hours, I would have had a couple hundred signatures.
That is
no question about it.
It is. What do you think is going on? How do you think this is possible?
I think it's simpler than we can kind of imagine, which is it's garbage in, garbage out. So for all these years, these professors have been feeding this line of anti-American, this anti-American obsession about how all the world's woes are our fault. So what do you expect? These kids are not going to have any fidelity to our most precious everything that sort of comes out of American policy. There's no way they're going to have any fidelity toward it.
Well, and it's not only this; it's a manifestation of everything that's going on. I want to play for you. This is the University of Missouri professor Melissa Click, who you recall needed help to get rid of the reporter who wouldn't leave. Let's watch this.
Hi, media. Can I talk to you?
No, you need to get out. You need to get out.
No, I don't.
You need to get out.
I actually don't.
All right. Hey, who wants to help me get this reporter out of here? I need some muscle over here.
She needs some muscle over here to help get the reporter out of here. I mean, she resigned her post in the journalism or communication, but she's still working there as far as I know.
Yes.
This is a teacher, a professor? I mean, have we gone insane?
She's not rare. That's the scary part. These professors they're throughout the entire university system, and this is what the problem that we're facing in our country. And the scary part is the university system is really truly the engine that makes America go, right? And one could argue our secondary system is not as good as the rest of the world, but we truly are apart from other nations because of our university system. And if this is where our kids are going to the next stage in life, we've got a problem.
I have a kid who's a sophomore in high school, and I've lamented with Andy McCarthy, with Bill Kristol on the air. What are we going to do? Because Andy has a kid too. Where are we sending them? I mean, this is insane. Now, this all started, diversity, and diversity never meant diversity of thought. It meant diversity of skin color.
Right.
The thought is one way, but it's progressed, and it's getting progressively worse. And these kids think they're entitled to a free education at the expense of everything else, and anybody with money is evil. And we're at one college now, they're offended by the fact that the Chinese food, General Chow's chicken, isn't prepared the way they prepare it in China.
Brother, have you eaten Chinese food in China?
No.
It's actually not that good.
I know that.
Believe me, I'd rather have General Chow's, the Oberlin cafeteria, than in Beijing.
So where's the end to this? Where does this end? How does it end?
Steve, I'd like to think this is all old man disease on our part, and we're looking at these crazy kids these days, and that at the end of the day they're going to grow out of it. But I don't know, because I think it's becoming progressively, and I use that word loosely,
No
progressively
pun intended.
worse.
Maybe pun intended.
But pun wasn't intended. So, and I think that's a real problem for us.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what we're going to do.
What's your next project, real quick?
Well, if I can tell you, but I have to kill you.
That's true. Well, it's a silly question, but I tried to take. Hey, great to meet you.
It's always
Thanks
a pleasure.
For the kind words.
Absolutely.
I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
I had no idea. I didn't have any idea. Ami Horowitz, ladies and gentlemen. What's your website? AmiHorowitz.com. Okay, and it's AMI, as you saw. Okay, we're coming back with much more of the Steve Malzberg Show, where the First Amendment, by the way, will always be protected, no matter how loony the person on the left that's sitting at this table, not Ami, of course, happens to be. We're coming back.